Hello again, YouTubians, YouTubers, etc., etc., etc. Well, firstly, it's a not posting this till after 6, because that'll be tomorrow for you, just like we said. You need to, cut the addiction, man. Little update, I guess. As many of you know, Halloween is approaching. And for me, this means a couple of changes. One, it means that for the next week and a half, pretty much every night I will be spending at the haunted house I work on, both building, decorating, and acting in and scaring people. Two, because of that, I'm also working, going to school. I won't be getting enough sleep. Ever. So I'm not going to be entirely cognizant. And the third thing, basically this means that my YouTube videos and appearances live on Stickcam are going to be a little more sporadic. At least until November. I mean, I'm going to definitely try and keep up with my subscriptions. I'm going to keep up with, messages and emails and such. But, honestly, while Stickcam and YouTube are new passions in my life, they're really fun, Halloween is something that, like comic books, it's been a part of my personality since I was a very young child, and this haunted house thing I've been doing for the better part of a decade. Basically, wild horses could not tear me away. Or even tame horses. Well, they probably could, but that, metaphorically, they could not tear me away. So yeah, that's what's coming up. I might post a couple of episodes of Terror in the Making, and if you don't remember that, just go to my playlists. I've got one for that. There's only 2 videos so far. Yeah, I kind of slacked off, didn't get the episodes in that I wanted to earlier. So I'm going to probably make a couple of them real quick. It's not going to be as many episodes as I'd liked, but oh well. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today. Internet personas or internet personalities. What I mean by this is who you portray yourself to be when you're on the internet. Now myself, obviously if you look at like icons and the page coloring and layouts and all this, you can tell I'm a Blues Brothers fan, and some might think that I'm a impersonator or something. I'm not. I'm just a regular guy. It just happens to be a fan. But the thing is that I've never portrayed myself to be that. I would never want to deceive that. I know there are people out there who will, how can I say this? They will act differently when they're online than they do in regular life. And some of this is conscious and some of this is not. It becomes a problem when you tend to become 2 separate people entirely. Now, myself, I've never understood why people would want to do this, if nothing else, just for escapism, I guess, but I don't know. I find the best policy is to be perfectly honest. In fact, I honestly, at first didn't want to tell my friends and family that I was making YouTube videos. I didn't want to do it because in the back of my mind, there was this nagging thought of whether or not they'd be too critical of it, or a little too paranoid about it, for my sake. Now I don't mind people, caring about me enough to be, worried that I might not be safe doing something. But there's a difference between being worried and being paranoid. And honestly, I was afraid that some of them might be. So I was hesitant. But basically, it didn't take long before I told them, because there's a bond of trust there. If they're your friends and family, these are the people who you love. Now, some people would consider the word friend to be a broader term than that. You know, meaning that, like, anybody you know and are on friendly terms with is your friend. Well, I don't think of it that way. I mean, I tend to have a smaller number of friends. I'll have plenty of acquaintances, people I know and have hung out with on occasion, but honestly, it takes a little bit more for me to call someone a friend. And with my friends and my family, I would never want to hide something like this from them. I honestly respect them too much to do that. I mean, maybe it's a little self-conscious of me, but I always feel that it would be disrespectful of me not to let them know something about me. So what I'm trying to say is, the best policy really is to portray yourself as who you are. Now, if you're playing a character, that's a whole different thing. But if you're putting out video blogs or videos, just in general, trying to present yourself, don't hide anything. I mean, I'm not saying, like, don't mention your friends' names or your family members' names or addresses and stuff. That's just being smart. I mean, don't hide who you really are, who your personality is, if you really want to put yourself out there. Elsewise, there's no point. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling about this. Maybe nobody else cares about this. Maybe I didn't put enough thought into this. And that does happen, really. Yeah, I'm rambling, definitely, at this point. I don't know. Bottom line, be yourself. Don't hide it. Especially don't hide it from your friends and family. Because those are the people who respect you the most. And don't try to be two different people. You're fine just the way you are. I guess that's all I can really say. Bye.